Factorization, example 4. Alright people, we're going to factorize this question taken from a CSEC mathematics past paper. 3a plus at minus 6p minus 2pt. See how it go. Right. What we have here is 3a plus at. So we see a as a common factor so far. Minus 6p minus 2pt. So we see t as another common factor here. P as another common factor. So we have a common factor, p common factor. So we're going to take a aside, outside a bracket. We're going to have a plus inside. A times this thing will give you 3a. What is that thing? It must be 3. A times 3 gives you 3a. Plus a times whatever you put here will give you at. What must be here? T, of course. So a multiplied by t will give you at. Now, this part is kind of tricky because we have the minus sign. In fact, let me remove these little marks that I made earlier. Now, here, we're going to have p as a common factor. Is it to be positive or negative p? Suppose we said we try a thing and make it a positive p. What would that? What you're going to have in the bracket, p times this, what you put here will give you a negative 6p. What is a negative 6? You're going to have to put. And well, we see that 2 can be factorized as well. 2 can go into 6. So we put a 2p outside the bracket. So what's going to happen here is that you're going to say 2p times this will give you 6p. 2 times what gives you 6? 2 times 3, but it's a negative 3. And then what you're going to have here, 2p times this will give you t. Will give you negative 2p. I mean, so it's negative t. 2p times negative t will give you negative 2pt. But we have a problem. We want the same thing in the brackets. In this bracket you have 3 plus t. In this bracket you have negative 3 minus t. So that shows you it's not 2p you're supposed to put here. You're supposed to put a negative. Alright? So we're going to have to redo this thing. I'll put a negative 2p here. Now, this will be a negative 2p. So we say a negative 2p times this that you put here will give you a 6, negative 6p. Alright? Now, 2 times 3 will give you negative 2p times 3 will give you negative 6p. Now, even though I said 2p times this, I can also say 2p negative 2p into negative 6p goes 3. Because if you have negative 6p divided by negative 2p, you cancel. Negative 2 into negative 2, 1, negative 2 into negative 6 goes 3. You can think of it that way too. But I just choose to imagine what you're going to multiply this by to get up here. Negative 2p times what you put here should give you negative 2pt. What you're going to put here is a positive t. Again, another way to think about it is you have negative 2pt up here divided by negative 2p. Negative 2p cancel itself and leave t. Alright? So you have, remember, you have two ways of thinking about getting what you have inside the bracket. Now the thing is, what you have here is another set of common factor. 3 plus t is a common factor. Because if you have a, and you have your 3 plus t here in the bracket, right? Then minus 2p, and in the other bracket you have 3 plus t. This is a common factor. You're going to treat it as if it was a times x minus 2p times x. You see that? What you would do is put x outside the bracket, and inside the bracket you would put a minus 2p. See? Now you're going to treat this just the same. So you have 3 plus t outside the bracket, outside this new bracket, and inside this new bracket you have a minus 2p. You see? See the similarity between this and this? So now this is fully factorized. So that is what you have as your answer.